Welcome from my YouTube channel, Positive Academy. I just wanted to talk to you regarding the thing that I am saying that recently I lost few of the loved ones and maybe uh, a neighbor, right? I lost, and so they are the departed soul. Actually, when you are just spiritual awakened or you're energized or your chakras is balanced, then you will find the void, right? You will find some energy living, right? You will feel that, right? Because we are all energy in essence. When you are born into the mother womb, you are also the energy, and then you just get progress and to become the human being or the things, right? And so now I just felt this thing, right? One of my neighbor passed and the loved one passed. So there was a difference. Like for example, when a loved one passed, right? It connects heart energy, right? You feel the void, but it is from the heart energy. But now when the neighbor passed, it was not so much connected. But then also, I feel the void. I feel the energy living, right? So that is the thing. And one important thing, just I want to address that. If you think that man doesn't cry, then think, right? Because it is essential for a human to cry. When you cry, you are passing out the emotions. We are emotional beings, and so when you don't cry and when you say that men don't cry, right, it's foolish or it's coward or something. It's wrong actually. Actually, everyone should cry. When you cry, you get your emotions out, right? And what is emotion? Emotion is energy in motion. So how do you get out the emotion? How to clear your emotion? The only way to clear is to pass through it, to let go through it. So when you cry and then you get rid of all those emotions, right? So it is okay for men also to cry, right? It is not like that only women should cry, right? And so I just wanted to emphasize, like, people just always think that be hard, be like a man, be strong. Man never cry. No, it's wrong. It's totally wrong, right? In fact, every individual, every human being should cry, should get emotional. And it's okay to cry. Oh my God, it's okay to cry, right? When you lose someone, okay, or when you just leave, when someone leaves you, and when you feel the void, and when you feel that that there is something problem, right? It is not correct, right? Then it is okay to cry. It is okay to let go of things, right? And so when someone passes or someone just leaves you, right? It's only the spirit that leaves, right? And body, you we do different rituals, right? But it's the spirit that is important, right? So we are always talking about spirit. We are always talking about higher consciousness. We are always talking about your psychic ability, the intuition, right? That we are having. We are psychic beings, right? And as I already told that whenever you are born, right, your destiny is decided where you are and what you will be, right? So for example, there are a lot of people like who they just lose someone and they just start crying, right? And they continue to cry each and every day. Like my brother has left me, like my father has left me, now no one is with me, I am alone, right? And all that, and they just cry, and they just suddenly fell into depression. But it is not like that, right? Suppose if someone leaves you, right, then someone might enter into your life. It is always a balance, right? For example, if someone just left to this earth, then there are other relatives and other people who will just support and who will just provide that balance. So everything is balanced. Universe always thinks about in terms of balance, right? So it's okay. I mean, you don't have to cry every time, right? It's the God decision, the universe decision. You can't do anything, right? Right? You can't change the things. Right? There are only a few of the things which are in your control, but there are a lot of things which are out of your control, which you can't do, right? So it is so much essential to understand this type of thing. Yeah, so this, I mean, like there are also like people also just complain a lot of things like I'm not able to achieve this thing, my goal that I just decided, I'm not able to fulfill, and my life is always over. I'm getting old, nothing is accomplished. I'm losing everything. What is happening to me? Why is happening to me? Right? And they always just cry, complain, right? And have this kind of problem, but they don't understand that you must be grateful for what you are having, right? You are alive, you are taking breath, you are having power, you are having strength in your bones, right? And you're living, eating the food, right, taking the breath. So you must be grateful about that thing, right? You can't alter things, and you what you have just left or leave, you just let go, right? There will always be people coming and going into your life, right? Like for example, I was having one of the guy, right? who I used to share many things, and there are also a lot of other people which were there in my life, and right now they are not there. They left because the people cannot stay into your life. It comes and goes. The alterations, just like seasons, we also having alterations into our life. Like there are some times, there are some minus times. Now taking into this consideration, let me share a whiteboard, right, where I'm trying to explain you, like, for example, the man always has a plan to go, right, from the beginning. Let me just draw. So for example, if you're into your 20s, then you will be into somewhere here, right, accomplishing your whole goals and all that. And after a certain point, maybe 25, 30, you will feel a big dip into your main career, or maybe whatever you are doing, you will be feeling a dip. Means nothing is working out. There are problems. There are situations that you can't even think, and that you have lost many things. That thing happens. And then suddenly after some time, maybe after 33, 35, you reach this point, right? You just go again, rise up, and that is your plateau region, and then it will continue. So this is the kind of a man's graph, right, which you understand, and how it progresses, right? Till year 2022, you are not even aware of many other things. You are not even mature of lot of things that you have learned, or that you have implemented, right, till this area, right? But when you suddenly go down deep, right, you learn many things, right? You can get a lot of insights. You can know a lot of things, right, when you're losing yourself, right? This is the place when you're not losing, where you're into your young age, maybe 25 around. But this is the thing when you start losing, when you continue losing, right, you are knowing so many things, you're learning so many things, you're lost completely. You don't know what you will be doing and what will be your future. Will you be alive or dead or something, right? This kind of things always happen into. If you're a man, then you will have definitely experienced this kind of thing, right? If you are younger, then you might be here somewhere, right? But if you're past certain age, then you will find this plateau, right? This thing, a dip into your life, where you will be learning a lot of things, where you will be knowing the real side of the people, right? Who are your real people? Who are the people who supports you? Who are the people who you know the real person, right? Who just support you into your life, right? And who are just mean for you, right? You know so many things when you just go down to deep, right? So I have just completed the deep, and now I have reached at this point in this position in my life, and I can see and I have learned a lot of things, right, by going through this dip, right? You might also be have experienced this kind of stuff. This thing usually happens between 22 to 30, 32, right? 10 years of gap, or this kind of plateau, right? And after a certain age, right, maybe 32, 33, after the crash consciousness, you again start to reach this inclination, and then your life will be stable. Maybe you go ahead, right? But here, till the time you have reached here, right, your energy will be somewhat low because you have aged, right? You will be having money if you have accumulated, right? And if you're having time also, but limited. And then at your age, you will be looking after your family or something, right? Because you have just learned these things through the path, right? It is the path that we have to go through each and every time, right? And that way, and that is the life, right? Actually, this is the real life, right? Anyone who does not go into this deep will never understand the true meaning of the life, will never learn anything, right? And only this thing happens which makes us capable to do this thing, like making a family, right, by making us mature, thinking something amazing, right? And a lot of things changes, right? Where I was in 20, I was totally different, and now I'm totally different. So it occurs, right? You have to understand this, right? And so it's like you have to take into consideration, right? That's why I told 33 is the most important age, right? Because it's a thrice consciousness, right? Whatever big change that will be happening into your life will be happening at this age only, right? If you are about this age, then you can just think back and realize how this power of 33 has has an influence on your life, right? And how it has changed you so much, right? There must be a big shift happening into your life. You just take into consideration, you know yourself, right? You decide, you check out, right? 33, it's the age of Christ consciousness, right? From my end, right? I have just analyzed a lot of people, And I'm saying from my perspective, right? So you yourself also can analyze and let me know in the comments if you are finding any kind of change at the age of 33, or if you have reached or yet to be reached at this age, right? You yourself will find difference, right? So that's what I'm telling about. This is life, right? This is the life graph. This is the real experimentation. This is not any kind of manipulation or something, right? Now, like, when it comes to manipulation, right, I'll just learn like think like I'm just very much truth. I see, I say what is truth only, right? Speak the truth even if your voice shakes. I hardly try to manipulate the thing. That's the reason I just don't fit into corporate world, the corporate job, right? Because there are a lot of manipulations. There are a lot of politics involved, a lot of tactics and other stuff is involved, right? So for some individual, it is not correct, right, to be into such environment, right? So that's what my observation is, right? So this is the complete graph, right? I hope you really get the total insight and it will be helpful into your life into the coming years also, and you will be understand the total gist of your life, how it takes, how it progress. Right at this point, you might be very much materialistic. You are just, having so much power. You want to do this thing, this, everything, right? And you are just like celebrity type and all that on all the luxurious things you want. You are just bombarded with money and all the things because you are just free being. But when this comes, you understand the reality. Okay? This is the thing. So I hope that you get clear idea, right? This is my explanation and my stuff. If you like this kind of video and if you like this kind of explanation, make sure to like, share, and subscribe, right? This is the real thing, and I just wanted to explain what I've just gone through, right? And every teaching and every learning is mine, right? Your experience might be different, right? But I would definitely look forward to know from your end what you think, and have you gone through this, what is your experiences, and what are you going through, right? So see you in the next video. Till then, bye.